Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me, Zaina? Hello, Zaina, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So let me just start the screen share. Okay, let's wait for like 2 more minutes and then we can begin. Okay, so basically, today's webinar is going to be about the different tools which we can use into our virtual learning actually. Okay, so not all of these are tools or applications. So I've divided them into like tools or say applications and extensions. Okay, so the ones which are marked in red, which you can see like Canva, slidesgo.com and Microsoft's Way. So all these are different applications or websites you can say. Whereas Cascade, ClickUp, and Podcastle, these are different extensions which you can use in your day-to-day life. So basically, to start with, we would first be starting with the extensions. Okay, so I'll just start sharing my Google screen so everyone can look into that. Okay. Okay, so basically, the first extension which we are going to look into is called as Podcastle. Okay, so Podcastle extension is basically an extension which would help you in reading. Okay, so the spelling is Podcastle extension for Chrome. You can put it as. Yeah, and see, once you search about this extension, this is what you're going to see. Okay, so after this, you can just click on the first link which appears and you would be directed towards the Chrome Web Store. And from that, you just need to add this to your Chrome. As I already told, this is an extension. So you can just, now you can just select whichever account you want firstly. Okay, now I have signed in through my personal Gmail account. So I'm just adding this extension to that particular mail ID. Okay, so I'm just doing add to Chrome and yes, add extension. And yeah, after you click on add, it will just download a small, file, and after that it would be added. Okay, so now if you go here to your extensions, you would see the Podcastle extension there. Now I'll tell you what it would do. Now suppose I'm searching about something called as ancient civilizations. So what happens is, since we are into virtual learning, we are in front of the systems for a very long period of time. Okay, because of which our eyes pain a lot because we are reading a lot of stuff. Okay, so basically, Podcastle is going to convert whatever is there on the screen to your this thing to your audio. Okay, so I'll just tell you how it works here. So suppose if I am taking this thing here. So now this is about ancient civilizations. Okay, so in this ancient civilizations, there's a lot of stuff to read basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Podcastle extension. Okay, and I'm going to let it convert this page into audio. Okay, so once I click on the Podcastle extension, it would load here. Okay, just give me a minute. See, basically, once you click on it, see, you would see this small box appears which asks you for the conversion. So you just need to convert to podcast, okay? And after you convert it to podcast, the page, the audio would start for this particular page, okay? So now if I click here,
human evolution, the practice of living in a group with mutual.
okay, so I'm not sure whether you're able to hear it right now, but once the conversion happens, you would be able to hear whatever content is there on this particular page. So basically, it is going to, save you from reading the entire stuff. Okay, and you can just, you can just read the entire stuff like a story. So this is what Podcastle extension is going to do. Okay, so this was all about the Podcastle extension. The next extension which we have now is called as the Cascade extension. Okay, so Cascade extension for Chrome. Okay, now while I talk about the Cascade extension, now see, we very usually read, organizers to organize a lot of work. Okay, and since because of the virtual education thing, since everyone is on the laptops and systems right now, so it is useful if if we also have our organizers on the system itself. Okay, so the second extension, the first one was Podcastle, the second extension or tool which we are going to look at is called as the Cascade extension. So what Cascade is going to do is it is going to help you to organize your stuff. Okay, so basically again I went to Cascade, I went on the first link which directed me to the Chrome web store. From there I'm just going to do add to Chrome thing. Okay, again I'm just adding this extension, and then this extension is going to be like my default Chrome browser dashboard. Okay, so whenever I would open Chrome, the Cascade organizer would open. Of course it asks me permission to do that. If you can see, once I add it, a small file gets downloaded, and see, now it asks me that new tab, it should open default tab or open Cascade. So if I'm just clicking on open Cascade, and I'll just continue. So see, whenever I'm opening a new tab, the Cascade would open then. So I'm just signing up with Google then. I'll just choose one of the accounts there. Suppose I'm choosing this one. So yes, now it's choosing my account, and once it's done, the Cascade dashboard would appear. Now see, this is how my dashboard is going to look like. I'll just add that why I'm going to use Cascade for. And see, now a very beautiful thing about Cascade is the colors and the customization which you can do. Okay, so you can just keep on adding your tasks here. Okay, you can also add small emojis, emoticons, or special characters here to just or maybe give them bullet points or do a little bit of sequencing while you're organizing your stuff. Okay, which is again very important and good thing about Cascade. I mean, I like my graphic organizers, or say my online organizers, to be colorful here. So this thing can be done. Now see, if you see here, this is, aligning it in vertical thing. Okay, so I can also have a mind map like structure to organize my things. Now I can choose different things how I want to organize my stuff here. So as the likewise, see, now if I've chosen the mind map thing, I can just write what I want to do, and the different bifurcations would be there, different deviations would be there, and that is how you're going to use Cascade then. Okay, if I also want to add a weekly planner here, suppose I want to plan my week. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the weekly planner option, and after that, see, I have Monday to Saturday here, I mean Monday to Sunday, and for each day I can add whatever goals I have. This is like the goals for entire week, and I can also add the goals day wise. Okay, I can add it here. And if I want it in some other ways, yeah, I have different options like list, board, action. Mind map is something which I already showed right now. If I go to board, then the alignment would be slightly different. If you could see here, it is in the horizontal manner. Okay, so this is how it is going to look like into the different alignments. Okay, so after that, what we have is, now we are going to move to our next tool, which is the canva.com. Okay, so now I would be telling you about, I'll just go to keep it. And now I'll be telling you about canva.com. So again, Canva.com is a tool which is a multi-purpose tool. I mean, you can use it for a lot of different purposes. In fact, when you all joined, you could see a poster or like a thumbnail kind of thing, displaying the different applications. So again, that I had designed using Canva. So Canva has a lot of things which can be used. Okay, so all you need to do is just sign up or log in. Like I already have an account here, so I can just log in. But if you're new to Canva, you can just sign up there. Okay, so maybe I could just log in. See, my credentials are already saved here, and I'm just going to go on. Okay. And yes, then Canva, you can do a lot of different things in Canva. If you could see here, once the dashboard opens, the first thing is going to be like whatever designs I have done. If you could see, I have designed this logo here itself. I mean, this thumbnail here itself. And then it also has categories here, what category you want. Okay, it also has different categories or filters here as well. So you can just choose whichever category you want. Then you can design Instagram posts, posters, logos, and a lot of different stuff basically. And a very good thing about Canva is it is very easy to edit as well. Okay, now suppose I am like choosing this poster. Suppose I want to make a poster here. So I would just select the poster which I want, and once I select, the template which I want, I can, of course, I have different options, like I can upload different photographs here, then the different elements are there. Like if you could see the square here, the stars here. So these are like different elements which are aligned on this page. So basically these different elements, I can also modify them, I can change them here. Text is there, of course. It has a lot of text options. So, I can add whatever text I want. And of course, I can change the color of the text. Music, videos, backgrounds, of course. Now, my net connection is not very stable, else you would be able to see the templates here. So yeah, so basically after you edit all the stuff here, Canva has a very good option that it gives you about downloading thing. Okay, now once you have edited your poster, you can just rename it from here. You can just name it whatever you want. And after that, while downloading, it is going to give you an option like how do you want it to be downloaded. Okay, so if you just click on the drop down list there, you could see a variety of options like PNG, JPG, PDF, and whatnot. Okay, so you can just choose whichever format you want, and accordingly you can just download it. And once you have chosen your format, you can just download it. And yeah, it would just prepare your design, and that's it. It would be downloaded. It is not going to ask you a single penny to do that. It would just ask you to spread the news around, which is it. So I've been using Canva since a very long time now, like from more than a year, and I can definitely say you can trust Canva, and it's a very useful tool for whatever graphic designing you want to do. Of course, you can make mind maps also in this, and different diagrams, different structures, anything and basically everything related to graphic designing can be done using Canva, and like of course free of cost. Like it has a premium version, but till now I didn't need a premium version because it already has a lot of designs in the free version itself. So yeah, now it's completely your choice if you want to go to the premium version, but the free version is also sufficient for that purpose, I would say. Okay, so after Canva, the next thing which we would be going to now is the next tool, which is the fourth tool which we have, which is called as the slidesgo.com. Okay, so the fourth tool about which I would be talking is called as slidesgo.com. Now slidesgo.com is, it's going to provide you different and a variety of templates for your presentations. So now I recently created a presentation. Actually, I created it in the morning itself. And, I took a template from here, which is also very easy to edit. Okay, now once you go to slidesgo.com, of course, the first thing it would ask you is like sign up. Okay, and after you sign up, the only thing, like signing up is easy. You can just choose your Gmail ID and you can just sign up there. Or because login won't work for the first time. So when you're using it for the first time, you just need to go with the sign up option. After you have signed up, all you need to do is, if you want, you can choose a category. Okay, like marketing, multimedia, multi-purpose, anything. Or you can also choose the color or the style you want, and accordingly, whatever you choose, you'll get options here. Again, this is free, so you can choose whichever category you want, and it has a lot of different options and colorful options, like aesthetically pleasing as well. So now suppose if I want to just make use this one. Okay, suppose if I want to use this particular template. Okay, so after choosing that particular template, it again is it's going to ask me that where do I want to use it. So whether I want to use it for Google Slides or PowerPoint, it again depends on me. So whatever I choose, suppose I choose PowerPoint, then this entire template gets downloaded and it opens itself into the Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, and once it opens there, of course, you can edit it as in how you want it to be. So again, it's a very beautiful app, very useful, I would say, and I really liked it. I mean, I've been using it since more than a week now. And yes, it is definitely useful and it has a lot of templates. Again, one good point about it is free. So of course, why not? So yes, definitely visit the slidesgo.com, sign in. I mean, first sign up, then start using these templates here to make some very interesting presentations. Yes, so now we are done with SlideScope. This was all about the SlideScope. You can choose whatever you want. Of course, you can choose PowerPoint if you want to edit it offline. If you want to do a combined work, you can also choose Google Slides. So if you choose like Google Slides, for example, I'll just quickly tell you. You can just go to make a copy. Yeah, and after I choose make a copy, again, as in how you edit the slides in Google Slides, in the same way, it is going to open itself. And yes, then you can start editing whatever you want and wherever you want. And of course, being it a Google slide, you can also share it with your friends and all of you can work simultaneously on this thing. So again, a very interesting tool and useful, I would say. So this was all about the slidesco.com. Okay, so next we have is, okay, fine. So after slidesco.com, the next we would be having is Sway. Okay, so I would just type www.sway.com. So now, as we all have been into virtual education, or say, this virtual thing since more than 6 months now, and most of us have our Microsoft accounts by now. So basically, Sway is also one of the very important tools you can use into the day-to-day learning, basically, especially to make newsletters and presentations, I would say. So all you need for using a Sway account is a Microsoft account, basically. So the students these days are already having Microsoft accounts, but even if you don't have a Microsoft account, that is fine. I mean, you can just create one and just sign in using that one. Okay, so I'm just going to sign in. Once I go to www.sway.com, I'm just going to enter my credentials, which is Saakshi K at WockhardtGlobalSchool.com. And yeah, I mean, I've already saved my password here, so I would just sign in. Okay, yes. Fine. So after you have signed in, it is going to give you a few options. Like, what do you want to create? You want to create a newsletter or a presentation, or how? So see, so you also have sample newsletters, sample presentations. So you could just take a sample or just start from a template and then edit it as how you want. So see, now if I go to here, the newsletter thing, okay. So again, it's going to load itself. I can title the newsletter whatever I want. Okay, I can just click on start editing this way. And it's like preparing my template here. Okay, so after this, if you could see, so this is how the Sway newsletter, the template is going to look like. Now I can just rename it whatever I want, like suppose a sample Sway, and now I can just add images, text, videos, and whatever I want. So again, I can just edit it to whatever part I want. Suppose I'm just creating a daily update newsletter or maybe a weekly newsletter. So I can just create one and I can send it across. So once I'm done with the storyline, if I want to see how my Sway newsletter is going to look like, I would just click here on the design part and you can preview it from here. So once you click on the design part, you can preview that how it is going to appear once you send it. Okay. So now, or else you can also play it. If it has any videos or music in it, you can also just go on the play option and play it. Now about sharing the Sway newsletter. So once you're trying to share the Sway newsletter, what you can do is you can just click on the share option here and you can choose, like just as we share our Google Slides or Google Documents, you can just give the access permissions and give the permissions as view or edit and select to whom you want to save it, and then you can send it. Okay, you can also just get a visual link, like you can just copy paste it and send it maybe across your WhatsApp groups or something to just, and you can just select the view option there. So it is, the person to whom you're sending it can view it. So of course, this way option is viewable and editable. So it depends on what access permissions you're giving. So yes, so this was about Sway. Again, Sway also has its presentation options. Now, right now I would just tell about the newsletter thing, but presentation option is also a very good thing here because the animations and effects that Sway offers is really very nice. So, that would be of great help, and you can create some good presentations with some good animations there. So that was about the Sway then. Then one more thing which I have, which is the sixth tool, which I would be talking about now, is called as MyBib Chrome extension. So this is a very helpful extension for students, I would say. So whoever students are present in the meeting right now, this is a very good citation generator extension. Okay, so I know that what importance citation has in your curriculums right now. So to make life easier, you can just use MyBib free citation generator. You can just add it to Chrome. Okay, again, this is an extension. So you can just add this extension here. And yes, once you have added this extension, now suppose if I'm searching something here, like for example, I would just go to suppose best tools for online learning. Suppose I'm just searching about the best tools for online learning. And if I click here, okay, so of course, the information is going to load itself. I will see a bunch of different sites and everything. So now I'll just make use of MyBib to check the bibliography here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here on this block and I am going to go to MyBib free citation generator. So I'm going to choose which format I want. Again, different universities, different institutions have different formats of citation. So I'm just going to choose the type which I want. Okay. So I think I would go with MLA8 format since we follow MLA8 format. And once I choose the MLA8 format, it is going to cite out the things. Now, if you could see, this is how the bibliography is going to look like. Okay, now this source is probably credible, which means that it is a trusted source. Okay, if at all there's a problem in maybe the website or the web page, you could see the tick mark won't be there. You could see a red signal there. Okay, but since it's in green right now, so whatever bibliography you can see here, it's absolutely trustworthy. Okay, so you can just click here to copy and paste it wherever you want. Okay, so this is again very good extension, I would say, for the people, for the students basically, because citation I know is a very important aspect of IB curriculum. So you can use this extension as well. And now the last tool which I would be sharing about is called as a ClickUp tool. Okay, so ClickUp is almost similar to, I would say, Cascade, which we saw, but it has more functions here. Okay, so I would just be sharing a quick video on how to use the ClickUp tool. Okay, so I would just start sharing the screen and select the computer sound. Okay.
ClickUp's Chrome extension makes it easier than ever to stay productive and get things done quickly, no matter where you are on the web. The extension includes a rich action menu that follows you wherever you go. Hover over the button to see the extension's different functions. If you find this button is getting in your way, don't worry. You can always drag it to another spot on your screen or disable it entirely. Let's talk about the different functions included in this extension. The notepad is the perfect place to keep track of random brainstorming ideas, meeting notes, or really anything that comes to mind. These notes are for your eyes only and can always be converted into tasks later if you want to take action on them. You can even see notes in full screen if you need a wider view. Use the email task creation feature to quickly view, jump back, or download any email directly from ClickUp. Just click the ClickUp logo in any email to get started. From there, you can attach an email to an existing ClickUp task or create a brand new task in ClickUp with this email attached. The screenshot option grants you extremely detailed markup functionality to provide visual aids in your tasks. Simply take a screenshot of what you want to share, make any desired annotations, and share it with others in ClickUp. You can do this by attaching the image to an existing task or creating a brand new task. If it's not convenient to log into ClickUp, you can always track time and tasks on the go to indicate how long you've been working on an action item. Just choose your desired task and start the timer button. Bookmarking creates a task in ClickUp with full page details and a screenshot so you can easily turn any website into an action item. There's even a bookmark button in the rich text editing menu so you can quickly insert hyperlinked text based on the title of the page and its URL. Lastly, when new to-do items come to mind, just use the New Task function to quickly create a new task in ClickUp. Just drop it into your desired location, add a name to the ClickUp task, and add a due date or assignee if necessary. Once you create the task, it will be waiting for you next time you log into the app. That's it for the Chrome extension, but if you have other questions, just let us know at help.
Okay, so that is it, children. This was our last tool, which was ClickUp. So I would just quickly revise whatever tools you got to know in today's session. So the first one was Podcastle, the second one was Cascade, third one was Canva.com, fourth one was Slidesbo.com, fifth one we did was Sway, then sixth was MyBib, and the last one which we did was this one, which was ClickUp. Okay, so these are the 7 tools. I just hope you could find at least some of them interesting, and I would really love if you try using them. I mean, I'm not sure whether you like all of it, but at least if you start using some of them, then I can definitely say that at least 1 or 2 you will like. Okay, so that is it from my end. Do any of you have any questions? If you have any questions, you can just quickly ask, because we just have like 2 minutes time. Else, if you're not able, to think of any question right now, you can just, of course, ask me later as well. You can mail me or connect through Microsoft Teams as well. Do we have any question right now then?
No, ma'am.
Okay, great then, children. So that is it. We can conclude then. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining, and please try out these different tools. And yes, bye-bye, everyone. Have a good day.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, bye.